What's up guys, it's Out of Order, welcome back to the channel, and in this video guys, I will be telling you how to go from this
spare change, ma'am,
to this. Let's get straight into the video. In this video, I will be teaching you several different methods to making money as an editor. Whatever type of editor you are, this video should put you in the right direction, as I'll be dividing this video into 3 categories: active income, passive income, and portfolio income. A lot of my subscribers and viewers are game editors, but this video will suit all editors, so whether you're a 3D editor, a music video editor, an Instagram editor, these tips will help. I've tried just about every method I talk about in this video, so I'll be telling you guys my personal opinion on what I think works the best and what is most effective. Let's get started with active income. Active income is the act of doing or performing a task for money. This is fairly common with most jobs, like working a 9 to 5, but with editing it's a little bit different. Here are the top 3 best ways to make money from active income editing. The first method we're going to be talking about is editing lessons and editing tutoring. This might sound like a little weird of a job to some people, but this can actually be a really effective way to earn income for some people. There are many people looking to learn editing as a hobby or a career, so if you think you're proficient enough in a program, you should probably consider doing editing lessons or editing tutoring as a job. Now, I don't think this is the best way to earn income for 2 reasons. The first reason is that you have to be extremely knowledgeable with the program and how to use it, and being able to answer as many questions relating to the program. For example, I only do After Effects editing lessons because I've been using the program for about 7 years now. But programs like Cinema 4D, Octane, or Xparticles, I haven't been using for nowhere near as long. The second reason I don't recommend doing editing tutoring as a job is because it can be harder to find clients than some of the other options in this video. And not to mention, there might be some more work involved, like scheduling a time and day. But if you were to do editing lessons, I recommend adding that to as many places as you can, like your bios, your portfolios, your websites. You can also use websites like Skillshare, but that falls more into the passive income editing, which we'll be talking about in the next category. However, all these things are definitely still options. Moving on to the next method of making active income through editing will be filming, photography, and directing. I put these all into the same category because they're pretty similar in that you'll have to go to a specific location with probably some equipment, and you'll also have to plan and schedule everything. This is probably one of the hardest methods and ways to make money as an editor, but it can also probably pay the most, except for maybe the next method we'll be talking about. But we'll get to that after. For filming and directing, there's a lot more work you need to do. You'll probably need some form of camera gear depending on what you're filming, like music videos and such. I've never edited or directed a music video before, but that's just because I'm really picky with music. I'll be honest, every offer I've ever gotten to edit or direct a music video was always just some SoundCloud rapper singing about doing lean or something, and to me that was just really cringe, but it can definitely be something that pays well. You will probably need a portfolio that's well established with music videos. Most artists aren't trying to hire a Fortnite content editor to edit their videos though. I recommend doing these jobs if you're really experienced with After Effects or even 3D, but that's entirely optional. Now, photography is much easier if you plan on doing this as a job. You will probably need a camera though, since I don't think most people are willing to pay someone to take photos with their phone and edit the JPEGs after. I know smartphone cameras are getting a lot better now, but I don't think you can just beat the customizability, quality, and overall control of using a DSLR or mirrorless camera. For filming content videos and music videos, you can probably get away with using a smartphone, but for photography, I just don't think it's an option. The third and last option in this category, which I do the most, and I think most of you guys watching this video are familiar with, is client work and commission work. This can also be one of the best paying jobs in the video, however, it is extremely diverse in terms of payment. You can be making way less than minimum wage, or be making over $100 for less than an hour of work, both of which I've done before. Some clients will pay you terribly, however some clients will also pay you more than honestly what is deserved or even fair. It all varies a lot, and if you are a new editor or a beginner, there are a few things to keep in mind that I hear so many editors telling me or telling themselves. Never, and I mean never, edit for free. There is zero reason to, and you really should never ever do this. I've heard just about every reason and justification, and I wouldn't necessarily call them excuses, but here are some of the most common things I've heard people say about it. The first thing I hear people say is, I do free work because I don't think I'm skilled enough, or I don't think I'm good enough to do things for payment yet. This reason I still don't think justifies free work, because if someone is asking you for work, they've probably already seen some of your works, or you've probably already shown them your work, which if you haven't, you probably should at this point. Nobody is getting ripped off here if it is crystal clear of what you can do and what the client wants and is willing to pay. The second thing I hear people say is, I'm just trying to do work so I can build my portfolio or brand. Even this isn't a good reason, because if you want to start building a portfolio or brand, you are a million times off better doing your own personal projects instead. You're going to be much more invested and just overall have a much better time editing projects that you actually enjoy and want to do. You won't have any requirements or guidelines or deadlines that the client wants. Instead, you can create or do any ideas you have on your mind. I know some of you are thinking, but I want to get into stream highlight editing or intro making, but I don't have any stream highlights to edit myself. If this is the case, then you can just download stream highlights online and try and make some meme edits or other cool stuff and just see what you can do with it. Or you can just make an intro for yourself or a stream overlay or a fan edit or whatever you want to do. And the last thing I'd like to mention is, if anybody tells you they'll pay you in exposure, tell them to fuck off, because you're getting ripped off. I've worked with over 100 clients, and one thing I'll say for certain is, there is no such thing as being paid in exposure. It's just bullshit, plain and simple. You're not going to all of a sudden work for someone and get exposure and have well-paying clients and followers afterwards. I've worked with clients ranging from 1 subscriber to over millions of subscribers, and even from the ones that do have me credited, I've never gained followers or clients from them, at least from where I asked them where they found me. They didn't pay me in exposure though, because that's just not something I agree to, and obviously if they're a well-established creator, they'll have payment methods and actual currency. But simply put, don't ever work for free. Even in my editing Discord, which if you're not already in it by now, you should probably join it, link down below, we only have 2 rules in the server. Don't ask for free edits or free work, and don't leak people's editing packs or paid project files. Now you're probably wondering, where the hell do I even find clients in the first place? A lot of creators always tell people to use Fiverr, but me personally, I despise Fiverr, mainly because the people on there do a half-assed job, scam, or use templates and other bullshit like that. Also, when I tried doing Fiverr back in 2016, some lady charged back to me and left a 1-star review for some Minecraft intro I made, but that's just my personal bias. If you think it's worth a shot, go for it, but just remember that it's extremely difficult to find customers unless you already have a following on there. You can also find clients through word of mouth. There's also a lot of Discord servers for finding clients and jobs, so make sure to join as many editing and creative servers as you can. Also, having a good show reel really does help, so make a nice show reel showing off any projects or work you've produced. You can do this by simply making a video and posting it on YouTube, using a website like Behance or Instagram, or just making an entire website from the ground up. And remember, you can do just about any work for commission. Stream highlight editing, intro making, content editing, Instagram editing, design editing, photo editing, frag and clip editing, and so much more. Now we finished the first group of active income, let's move on to passive income editing. Passive income editing is my favorite method to make money as an editor because it's the easiest to do, it doesn't require much, it's the least boring, and depending on how you do it, it can pay the most and be the most rewarding. As an introduction, passive income editing allows you to make money without having to be actively editing. You can just be chilling, watching Brokeback Mountain, eating Cheetos, waiting for your e-girl to get online, and then all of a sudden, bam, you just got money in your PayPal. The first method that we're going to talk about is similar to what I talked about earlier, except instead of doing editing tutoring, you can sell editing lessons on sites like Skillshare, Envato Elements, or Payhip. Now, Payhip is a website that'll be brought up the most in this category simply because of how easy and useful it is to sell any files or media you'd like to sell. My entire editing store is all on Payhip just because of how easy and simple it is to use, because if someone was to buy something on there, they instantly get it delivered to them, and you instantly get the payment. For me, I have it sent to my PayPal. The next method we'll be talking about, which is also my favorite method in this entire video, and where most of my work goes into, which is selling presets, editing packs, and project files. Now this is pretty self-explanatory. If you have any project that could be pretty useful to other editors or something you think people might be interested in, you can sell the project file so they can take a look at it for themselves in case they're wondering how the hell did they do that effect. You can also make overlays and other useful effects to sell on Payhip as well. An overlay, for example, can be used in just about any project too. Presets can be used in any project as well, but it depends on what program the preset is made for. All my editing presets are for After Effects because it makes sense for me to sell that because most of my audience uses After Effects. I will say that in order for your editing store to be successful, you do need a following of some kind. Make sure to add it to your bios, website, portfolio, Linktree, or just about anywhere else else it might be suitable. And that's pretty much it. You don't need to update it on a regular basis or manage it daily or even monthly. Obviously, you do need something to actually sell, but it can be anything that people will use in their videos or edits. So here's just a small list of things you can sell: stock footage, assets, project files, presets, color corrections, editing lessons, overlays, sound effects, templates, and so much more. Now for the last group, we're going to be talking about portfolio income. And for portfolio income, there's really only one method I'll be talking about, which is NFTs. Now if I'm being honest, I've never minted or bought an NFT before. I work with a lot of NFT YouTubers, and even then I've still never really had an interest in it. Probably because every blockchain and coin exchange has banned me because they can't verify my identity because of my name changing and shit. But other than that, I still don't really have an interest in it. I'm not going to be going into detail about cryptocurrency or the NFT market, but if you make motion graphics, edits, or other cool designs as a hobby, you can probably sell them as NFTs, or at least consider an investment in it. This can be an entire video on its own since it's very complex, but to summarize for the video, you can sell your art or graphics with the cryptocurrency for a cryptocurrency. If someone wants to make an investment into it, they can purchase the NFT. Not everyone will make money doing this though. Some people can make hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions in a short amount of time because, like I said, this is an investment. I'm more into the normie, boomer, financial stocks, and since NFTs are still a new thing, I don't really have much experience with them. And with all that being said, this is the end of the video. Not every method named here is perfect, but I do think some are better than others. Let me know your thoughts, or if I missed anything in the comment section down below. And thank you guys so much again for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. My editing Discord and editing store in the description down below, as well as my social media links. Leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, bros. Peace out.